My 24 female, boyfriend, 28 male, questions everything I say. How do I tell him that it's hurtful? My boyfriend of almost 4 years questions everything I say. If I tell him about some kind of philosophical idea or we discuss religion, he starts fact-checking me. Every time. When I tell him how I feel, he asks ChatGPT whether people can have these feelings. It's so tiring to always have to stand your ground and wait for him to Google things or ask ChatGPT so he can decide if you're correct or not. I know I don't have knowledge about everything, but when he gets angry and frustrated with me for stating my opinion and it might not be factually right, even though I'm talking about my personal experience, it's really frustrating. I've told him a few times that I feel humiliated and that he's dismissing my feelings, but he says, "When was the last time you apologized for being incorrect?" The thing is, I usually don't say, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I just acknowledge that I was factually wrong and continue talking about my feelings. I don't know how to explain this to him. He's a more logical person, and I'm more into the arts, so I tend to speak more between the lines and listen to my feelings, while he seems to need my feelings to be factual. Is there any way to close this communication gap? I don't know how you put up with his bullshit for 4 years. He's using AI to fact-check too. You can't win. You can't fix the communication in this case. You should break up with him. One of you needs to leave if you live together. He is not more logical at all. He's disrespectful and doesn't like you. Tell him you hope he and his chatbot are very happy together and move on with your life. My 27F, boyfriend, 29M, is upset with me, but doesn't know why. Hi everyone, my boyfriend and I have been together for just over 2 years and live together. On Valentine's Day, he left the house to go to the gym around 8 p.m. and didn't come back all night. We talked, and he was very upset in general about his mental health. Throughout the week, he got angrier and angrier with me. I kept trying to figure out if it was something I did or maybe something I've been doing that he's upset with. Yesterday, we finally talked a little bit, and he said he was still very mad at me and wasn't sure if he loved me anymore, but that he had no idea what caused these feelings. He additionally said that he has felt similar for many years, even before we met, and isn't sure if it has to do with me at all. For context, I know he is not cheating, and when we do fight or argue, it's often a very seemingly small thing that sends him into extreme anger. Nothing abusive, just very angry. Think Bruce Banner / the Hulk. Any advice as to why he might be feeling this way, or how I can best support him through whatever is going on would be appreciated. I love him to pieces, but this is starting to take a toll on me. He's probably cheating, and trying to deflect him, also not sure if he loves you anymore. He's telling you without telling you. I don't think you can support someone who doesn't want to be supported. Bro needs to go to doctor and a psychiatrist. Could be an underlying health or brain chemistry issue. I, 31F, am starting to question the boundaries I set with my boyfriend, 31M, about social media and exes. Sorry for any mistakes. English isn't my first language. My boyfriend, 31M, and I, 31F, have been together for 3 months. I told him I'm not comfortable with certain things, like flirting with other women on Instagram, following women he's dated before, or being close friends with exes. In my last relationship, I brushed off stuff that bothered me. My ex would DM other women and flirt with them, and he was in constant contact with his ex. It hurt a lot and made me feel disrespected. After that, I promised myself I wouldn't ignore red flags again. For me, when I'm with someone, I'm all in. I don't flirt with other people, and I don't stay friends with exes, because I feel like it keeps one foot in the past. But my friends think I'm overreacting. They've said I'm insecure and toxic, and it's immature if I expect someone not to be friends with an ex who ended things okay. Now I'm second-guessing myself. I don't want to be controlling, but I also don't want to ignore what makes me uncomfortable. How do I figure out if this is a fair boundary, or if I'm letting my past relationship affect this one too much? And what's the best way to talk about this without it turning into a fight? Too long did not read. I'm not okay with my boyfriend staying close to exes or flirting online. My friends say I'm insecure. I'm trying to figure out if this is a fair boundary and how to handle it. It's a completely fair boundary to have. You are not overreacting. If your partner agrees with you and respects your boundaries, it's a good sign. Regardless, talk with him and see what he thinks about this. Me, 31F, asked my partner, 32F, if they thought or have ever thought about dating someone else. My partner, 32F, and me, 31F, have been dating for 9 years now. I would say we are steady, Best relationship I ever had. Been through almost everything together, especially when she got sick with leukemia, and I was her main caregiver up until now. We are good, I'd say. But I still have a lot of insecurities, and I try not to project that onto her, since when I do so, it feels like I'm attacking her. Last night, out of nowhere, I got curious and asked, "Have you thought about dating someone else?" And she didn't really directly answer me. I wasn't going to pick a fight, but the silence or hesitancy did bother me. I know it's normal to think about these things as we are humans, but I know that I came off strong. But I also do know that honesty and openness is part of every relationship. We just kind of left the topic hanging. I didn't follow up further, and slept it off. I just wanted to know how I should proceed in this, and maybe I should use more words such as I statements. What would you have said in this situation? How would you follow it up? How could I have said this differently? Don't ask questions you can't cope with the answer to. Maybe the question made her think you were thinking about another relationship. She's had leukemia, she probably felt like too much at one point in time, and then this question could have been a trigger to her own insecurities.